to close out the 2024 French Throwdown. The LDLC Arena, jam-packed, sold-out crowd here in Lyon, France. I'm Chase Ingham with Lucy Campbell and Lauren Smith. So we've had 20 athletes to go, 20 athletes left. Now, Lucy, everyone here is not safe because of the volatility of their performances on the leaderboard. Starting with Luka Jukic down, they've all had something outside a top 25 finish in one event. Yeah, absolutely. And if we look at the bottom half of that leaderboard, there is so little space for mistakes here if they want to stay in that top spot. And there's a lot of landmines. It's a short event, but it could be disastrous if you don't get your strategy in order. 30 cal echo bike, 15 ring muscle-ups, and a 72-foot dumbbell walking lunge to the finish line with 100-pound dumbbells. What is our Go Ruck steps to success? Well, for the guys here, it's going to be push it, but don't full send on the echo bike. They're going to hold on unbroken for the rings, but they'll be looking at each other to see who's showing signs of dropping those dumbbells where they can maximize on their mistakes. Your lane assignments for heat number 3. It took a while to get here, but Victor Hoffer in lane number 5 is currently sitting in 9th place overall with 315 points. He only has a few-point lead over the 2 athletes that are chasing him down. Oldest Supanix holding on to that 10th plate, 5 points out. Moritz Fiebig. Victor Hoffer has had a finish 30th. It is his lowest. Nothing consistent there. Moritz Fiebig in the same heat is 5 points out of a qualifying position who just had a good finish in the previous event. And this looks just like the event he had back in 2022 where he punched his tickets to the games for the first time. Heat number 3 is off. Well, they look like they're sending it. Win a CrossFit World Tour by visiting CrossFit gyms around the globe. Create an account or scan the QR code or visit hustleup-app.com to enter. That's all it takes. The drawing will take place on June 20th, 2024, as we have hands in the air already for Moritz Fiebig, and he's picking up right where he left off. 30 cals on the bike is done. 15 ring muscle-ups on the rings. We haven't seen any athlete break on the men's side. Guillaume Briand is off. Lane number 2 on the left, Caleb Clements. Moritz Fiebig sitting in 11th overall with 301 points. Is 5 points out of a qualifying position. Jona Koski trying to finish strong. He's well outside the cut line for the top 10. Victor Hoffer in 9th place. 315 points. To secure a spot to the games, he has to at least finish 5th. But Moritz Fiebig, with 2 more reps to go, is trying to put himself back in the top 10. Minute 20 seconds in, Fiebig is done. Time to beat 2:38. So fast off that echo and obviously unbroken on those rings. I hope he's got faith that he can hold on to these walking lunges. We've seen these lunges eat athletes up at the finish line, and not a good start for Fiebig. 72 feet. That cheer means Victor Hoffer is off the rings. Moritz Fiebig, 5 points out of a qualifying spot. Victor Hoffer sitting in 9th. He has to have a good finish to secure his first trip to the CrossFit Games. The crowd's on their feet. Victor Hoffer. So much faster than Moritz. You can see he's just catching him with every step. Victor Hoffer closing in on Fiebig, center lane. Here comes the Frenchman. Victor Hoffer, 5 steps away. Victor Hoffer is doing everything he can to try to get to the CrossFit Games, and now he's got to back up. Opens the door for Fiebig. Fiebig drops the weights. He's got to back up. Now here comes Caleb Clements, Jona Koski. Victor Hoffer, 1 more step. Victor Hoffer, 240. Moritz Fiebig. It was in 11th, 5 points out. Had to go back again. 1 more lunge. He's good. He's in. Past the 3-minute mark. Victor Hoffer. Don't celebrate yet. We have 1 more heat to go. But Victor Hoffer staying ahead of Moritz Biebick was the key. As you can see, same thing you saw on the women's side with Claudia Gluck.
Oh, literally just Mickey. Both Alex Catoulas and Mickey Smith stood up at the same time, and Mickey just stood, dropped them, went straight to the mat. That was tight.
One athlete left on the field. Lane number 8, Michael Wesolowski. And you could see Moritz Biebick knew he had it in his hands and then just dropped it at the finish line with 1 step left to go. As that final spot to the games may have slipped through his fingers, but it is not over yet as Wesolowski just gets to the finish line. Now, Victor Hoffer, he got 3rd in this heat, but he is 4th in the event. Moritz Biebick was in 11th. Biebick was just 14 points away. But Luka Vunjak in the next heat, who's in 12th, is only 15 points out of Hoffer. And depending on how that goes, Hoffer is not safe. This is not a done deal yet. Luka Vunjak, who's had some pretty impressive finishes so far, still has a shot, and depending on how the other times go, Hoffer is only safe if he gets a 5th place finish. That's how he punches his ticket. He's only in 4th. That means only 1 person can beat him, and if that's Luka Vunjak, that spells danger for Hoffer. He said, push it, don't send it. I don't think they were listening to your keys there, but
no, and I think the thing for Moritz is that we've spoken about it quite a lot. You know, he knows there's a lot on the line, and it's that temptation, especially when an event starts on NERG, to just start too fast and suffer the consequences here. This made for super exciting watching. Just so much drama in that last segment of the event.
And you can see how close Biebick was there after Hoffer had to go back.
100%, and even Jonna had to do that last